One of the most commonly used tools when making a movie is a green screen.
They can range from really bad to absolutely stunning.
But can you make a movie with just a green screen? Can you make a story without pretty much moving the camera?
Well, today, I'll be attempting this challenge not only to see if it's possible, but to see if we can make a movie
that doesn't look like And on top of that, I only have access to this room for like 3 hours. Hey, would you look at that? Alright, let's get rolling. Alright, welcome to camera mode. This is gonna be the perspective that you're gonna be in while I'm doing this. So right now I'm gonna set up the first shot. So yes, you're seeing that correctly. I have Dutch Bros. Also, something that you can see is that I'm using a camcorder. This is because I'm poor. That camcorder is not in mine. But one of the many things that was beneficial is the fact that this room already came with light. So I could set up the shot however I want it and make it look as pretty as I want it. Later on, you'll see that I did not use these lights to my advantage because the green screen gave me some trouble in the editing process. We are ready for the first shot and pray for me that it turns out well. Alright, this is scene 1, take 1. Results is actually pretty good. I kinda like I like that first shot. It actually turned out pretty well. If anything, the only thing that I thought was wrong with it is there was too overlit. But besides that, the first shot was actually pretty good. So we're gonna continue on, I guess. There's a shot from Jujutsu Kaisen that I really like. It's from the new season, season 3, where this character, I think it's what was his name? I think it's no, not Takaba. Hiraguma. That was his name. Just puts his hands over his face, really stressed, and I thought, like, why not recreate that? Such a super easy shot to do. So here I am. Hopefully, it looks exactly like it. All right, gang. This looks ridiculous, so that's why I have to show it. The low-key, I think it might look cool. Alright, so now we actually are getting down to using the green screen. So I have the camera set up. I already made the first shot and holy shit, I'm sweaty. You know, looking at the footage now, I do not know why I took the camera off the tripod. I literally did do the shot with the camera on the tripod. I just held the tripod. And looking at the footage now in the final project, like, it looks a little more awkward. The shot where I'm in the mushroom world. Using the green screen is not actually that hard itself. It's just like stand on top of it and do the motion, and you just hope that in post you do it correctly. The only thing is sometimes performing the actions would cause me to get sweaty and be actually tired. Like when I do the punches, I get really tired, and like the thing is I don't just do punches. Like I decided to go all in the jump, and what sucks about it is that I couldn't use the footage. There was a lot of alterations that I had to do during the edit because some of the footage couldn't be used. Okay, so this might be a little bit of a niche reference, but I'm gonna try to recreate the open scene of Street Fighter, the one where Ryu is just like standing there facing the camera, and then he does like a Kamehameha, or I don't know what to call a Hadouken or something like that. So I'm gonna try to recreate that. You know, the actual using of the green screen is not that bad. Like our takes are super simple, and I feel like I'm getting a lot done in a little amount of time. I feel like what took more time actually was the first scene where I'm like establishing like the story of like me falling asleep. I feel like that scene has taken more time than this. Again, the only thing that I'm anticipating is gonna be like really hard is post-production like this. Anything that you do with a green screen is gonna require some experience in post, and so doing something like what I'm doing right now, make sure that like, you know, you learn everything. I learned everything I know through YouTube videos. You know, the funny thing about all these movements is the fact that I did not use most of them. I literally, the only movement I used, the walking, the punching, and the blocking. Then I was gonna have like a slow-mo shot of me punching Ryu, but as I come to find out, finding stock footage of Ryu is really hard. There's this effect where I wanted to copy the effect from Spider-Man when Doctor Strange punches him and his soul leaves his body. Was kinda good to an extent, but it would be cool if like, just like in the movie, I'm wearing different clothes when the soul leaves my body. Alright, first line of this film. And literally my line is, cardboard box. So simple. I don't know. The thing is, I didn't know what joke to write for the Solid Snake section. I just wanted to do a Solid Snake effect, but I didn't know any jokes. I just went with the one that everybody uses, just making fun of the cardboard box. Is it funny? Probably not. But is it kind of cool that I recreated it? Yeah, I would say so. Oh, I'm so curious how that looks. Hopefully nobody walks in there right now, because if somebody does, that would be really awkward. Alright, so right now we're about to do the ending scene. I should have done something smart, which when I was filming the beginning, the intro scene, I should have also been filming the outro scene, because it takes place not in the green screen. So I should have done that, and it's literally going to take place in the same location. So with any filmmakers out there, if you're going to do a scene that takes place in the same location, but just in a different set of time, just remember to film it right after you're done filming the first scene. I don't know if that makes sense. I think I'm just crazy. I think I'm just gonna... Never mind, I was gonna make a joke that's not allowed on YouTube. 2 more shots. 1 more shot. And that right there was the last take. Oh boy, that took a while, but we got it done. Now the only thing left to do is to edit it, which is gonna be in the Paint BS. The editing process took me around 4 hours. I did use AI for Solid Snake. I just thought it would add to the absurdity of how weird the scene is. And one of my biggest regrets is that I couldn't animate as much as I wanted to for the Star Fox section. I really wanted to animate the Arwen, but again, it's really hard to find assets online. Also, something that's really unfortunate is that I couldn't use the green screen to the best of my advantage. The Mario section and some parts of the Street Fighter section, you can see that it's somewhat see-through, and that's because of the lighting. I should have lit for the green screen a lot better. I wasn't too familiar with it. What I ended up using, the new Premiere Pro tool where you can automatically just select an object and it can remove the background. The green screen still helped because it made the program figure out what subject to latch onto better. Overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. I did my best with what I had. Feel free to check out the finished version. It should be uploaded on my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.